You cut your teeth on outbound, but in recent years, you've done amazing things with inbound. And I will also adding the cloud on a single code base so that you can go back and forth. Your customers can mix and match, which I think is definitely what the industry needs. So tell me more about all of the acceptance and the things you've done with inbound.
Well, it's really quite interesting. We've had inbound capability in our product since, I think, 1994. It's that long ago. But we never really believed we had a credible inbound solution until we were able to get away from the proprietary hardware. For many years, our technology was based on telephony cards that were put into custom-built chassis, and you had single points of failure, which doesn't work well for inbound. You had scalability issues on non-blocking matrices, which didn't work well for inbound. And so really large inbound contact centers, they were better off back then with one of the big iron ACD systems. Once SIP came along and everything went to software-based, that a completely non-blocking matrix as large as you would like it to be, and reliability and redundancy that was as reliable and redundant as the network you loaded the software on. Once that came about, it was a completely level playing field between us on the inbound side of things and all the big hardware vendors. And that was a huge difference when it came to inbound. Because feature functionality-wise, we've had the same features and skills-based routing and ACD queues and rollovers and just about every feature that you could imagine on inbound for a long, long time. It was that switch to software-based SIP architecture that really leveled the playing field.
So what I find interesting is that your customers, you have one of the lowest turnovers in the industry. Your customers love you. And so what I liked about the single code base was the fact that a lot of them are going to keep their dialers or pieces because they love them. So, right. But now they can add all of the other features and solutions that you have. So that's kind of neat.
It was kind of crazy. We went back and forth with this for a year or two back when we saw cloud coming. When we saw cloud coming, and it wasn't called cloud back then, it was called hosted contact center, okay? We said, the only people that were buying it back then were people that couldn't afford to buy a premise solution, under any circumstances. And so they put the first month of their hosted solution on their credit card and hoped they could make enough money to pay the second month. Those were not really the type of customers we were looking for, but we knew that one day it would grow up. So we had a little bit of time to prepare. And so we decided that the very best thing that we could do was, rather than create some brand new from scratch cloud solution that started off with the first 10 features and we would have to spend 20 years making full and robust, we spent 2 years taking our existing excellent 20-some year development technology, and we created one code base that was extremely cloud friendly and agnostic to whether it was deployed premise or cloud. So what that meant is that customers could deploy it in the premise and then switch to the cloud later. They could deploy it in cloud, and if they decided they wanted premise, it was one code base, one product to demo. We could spend an entire day or 2 days demoing every feature and functionality of our product, and a customer could say, okay, show me the cloud version now, and we can say, you just saw the cloud version. And so that's a very powerful thing. We don't think any other vendor on the planet has that today. Many competitors have cloud versions and premise versions. We haven't seen the ability to move back and forth. So to your point of customers being able to stay with us, we have customers that have been through 2 generations of Noble Systems technology on premise, and now they want to move to the cloud. The beauty is as long as their software upgrades are up to date, they can move to the cloud, and there's no retraining of their agents, there's no retraining of their supervisors, there's no reconfiguration of their campaigns or their screens or their IVRs. If it was done right, it could be done over a weekend. Agents could go home on Friday from their premise-based solution. They could come in Monday and not even know or realize that it was all now running in Noble's cloud.
That's great.
Yeah, and we've had some customers do that. One of the other things that's important about it is customers don't always know what they want. Prospects don't always know what they want. We have prospects come into our sales funnel every single quarter that come in as a cloud prospect or come in as a premise prospect. And during the months-long or sometimes year-plus-long sales cycle, they'll bounce back and forth between cloud or premise and decide differently. And many times different factions, different users within the business have different desires. Maybe IT doesn't want to move things to the cloud. Maybe operations does. Maybe finance doesn't care. They want to do what's best for the business. The beautiful thing is we're agnostic.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We want you to do what's best for your business. If it's better for your business to pay for it with an OpEx model and put it in our cloud, please do that. If it's better for you to buy it and just pay us to install it and maintenance, please do that. We don't care.
Thanks, Jim. We're out of time now, but it was great talking to you and finding out what Noble's doing now and what they're going to be doing in the future, and I look forward to talking to you about it again.
It's been great talking to you. Thanks.